Michael Neeley here, founder of The Infinite List and the Authority Academy, podcast coach and host of 6 podcasts, and international best-selling author, here to share with you what I imagine could prove to be the best business advice you'll get all decade. Jeff Walker, 8-figure entrepreneur, author of Launch, and creator of the Product Launch Formula, has been one of my mentors since early on, and he said something over a decade ago that has stuck with me ever since. He says there are 2 simple rules of business. Rule number 1, only sell stuff the market really wants. And rule number 2, always be building your list. And while I get that it made really good sense to me early on, it wasn't until my list hit 10,000 that I started to really understand and recognize the power of a huge email list. Jeff would refer to his email list as his own personal ATM. And that analogy is pretty spot on, actually. I've used it time and again to generate revenue. When your list is big and you want to take out a withdrawal, you simply create something that your list would like, rule number 1, and you put out the offer. Now, of course, it's a bit more complicated than that, but not by much. The more complicated aspect is in the growing of a big list. If you've got lots of money to throw at the challenge, you can run Facebook ads and spend in excess of $20 per lead. Not the wisest choice necessarily, but an option nonetheless. But even if you go that route, you're still going to want to have an irresistible lead magnet, that valuable resource, tip, or tool that you offer to your ideal clients in exchange for their email address. Now, as a student of the art of marketing, I've been studying, crafting, reinventing, and analyzing what makes one lead magnet convert better than another. And I've learned a few key things along the way. I'm about to share them with you now, and I'm going to keep it really simple. A great lead magnet boils down to just 3 things. Number 1, it should be immediately available. People don't want to wait for it. They want it now. Make it something they don't have to wait for. Deliver it digitally and deliver it immediately. Now, I know it may seem counterintuitive, but they'd rather have your blueprint in their hand now than have a 30-minute call with you tomorrow. It's that simple, really. Number 2, it should be easily consumable. No one has time to read your 100-page ebook. Give them the golden nuggets, the Cliff's Notes version that they can consume in 5 minutes or less. They'll sooner opt in for your cheat sheet than your 45-minute webinar or video. And hey, I'm not saying that those things don't have value. They most certainly do. However, you'll get more leads if you offer the cheat sheet first and then invite them to your webinar or the video on the thank you page. Remember, maximizing conversions is critical here. And finally, number 3, it should solve a top of mind problem. What are your ideal clients up at 2 in the morning worrying about? Is it that they need more clients and you've got a solution for them? Is it that they're lonely and looking for a partner and you know how to help them? Whatever it is, your lead magnet should address that issue for them. And, it may not solve all their problems, but it should put them on the right path and provide them with hope. So in a nutshell, a hot lead magnet is an immediately available, easily consumable solution to a top of mind problem. So you've got to design it in reverse order. What is the problem you can solve for them? What are they most worried about and struggling with? Okay. If you've got 3 must-know diet tips to help the people that are your ideal clients lose that stubborn weight that they've been struggling with, fabulous. Then what you're going to want to do is you're going to put that together for them. And you've got to decide what's going to be the best format to deliver the goods. Would it be better suited as a blueprint or a checklist? Or maybe you could create a roadmap or an infographic they could print out and put in their fridge. You have to determine what you're going to create and then make it available digitally. They can either download it or access it in their browser. If it's a video, you can put it on a page for them to watch. Ever seen anything like that before? You're watching one now. Now, once you've got that set, we're almost there, but not quite. We've created it, but now we've got to make them want it. What tools do you have in your arsenal for that? For starters, we've got to craft a crazy good title. None of this ho-hum stuff I see all the time. Take a look at these and tell me which one you'd go with. 5 tips for losing weight, or 5 critical clues to help you drop body fat fast. 7 ways to fight insomnia, or 7 surefire ways to fall asleep, stay asleep, and wake up refreshed. Okay, are you starting to see the difference in how important your title is? This is one of their first points of contact with you and your world. Your lead magnet is the tip of your spear, and you've got to have it honed. Title alone, while it can be super powerful, can be further enhanced with packaging. Have you ever noticed how much effort goes into the packaging of Apple products? And I don't care whether you're an Apple fan or not, you got to hand it to them on the perceived value front. They package their devices like you're receiving solid gold bars or something. This goes a long way towards increasing the perception of greater value. And you should do the same thing with your lead magnet. Take the time to create a beautiful graphic instead of just throwing together some cheap looking flat image that cuts into the value perception. Take a look at these and tell me what you think is better. And here's the deal. The image has nothing to do with the product itself, the lead magnet, but it does give it more curb appeal, and curb appeal increases your conversions. I recommend myecovermaker.com for creating wonderful mock-ups for your lead magnets. If your freebie is a short video training like this, you could use a mock-up of a video playing on a laptop. If your gift is a 17-page PDF, you could use a pamphlet-style mock-up to show it off and improve your conversions. Please take the time to do your lead magnet justice with a nice image. And finally, you'll want to craft a great description of your gift. What is the promise that it will deliver? You can even bullet point this bit, letting them know all of the great takeaways they'll get. Keep it short and sweet, probably no more than 200 words, and sell them on it. Tell them these 3 things if you can. 1, who's it for? 2, how will it help? And 3, what results will they get? For example, if you've been considering podcasting but haven't been able to get off the fence about it, that's the who, then this free guide is exactly what you need. In it, you'll learn, that's the how easy it is to launch a show, 7 ways to make money while doing it, how to grow your audience, your influence, and your authority, and so much more. This guide will set you up for success as a top-notch podcaster in record time. That's the result. Now, this is just a quick draft of an example, but it's a good start from which to build upon. Your description can grow and improve over time if you keep at it, but remember that it is super valuable in getting your potential new leads to take action. Along with a great lead magnet, you're going to want to create an opt-in page that converts. Keep in mind that the lead magnet title, image, and description are all built to serve one objective, getting them to click on your link to go to the opt-in page. Once that's accomplished, you still got to get them to follow through by giving you their name and email, and your opt-in page is crucial in this step. It should be a squeeze page, meaning there is no menu up top. Do not put your opt-in page on a regular website page. This will drastically reduce your conversions. People would go to your page and then start poking around everywhere without doing what you sent them there to do, which is to opt in. A squeeze page means they can either opt in or they leave. Those are the only 2 choices. It's also critical for you to keep everything important above the fold. They shouldn't have to scroll down to fill out the form or see important information. Ideally, you should only have a sentence or 2 on the page, your gift image and title and the opt-in form. That's it. Remember, they already clicked on the link to be taken here. They're showing they're interested. Don't put too much info on the page because the only thing you'll accomplish is talking them out of it. Less is more. Once you've got all of your lead magnet elements dialed in, then it becomes job 1 to get it in front of the right eyeballs. An unseen lead magnet, no matter how great it is, will not convert at all. You've got to get exposure, and you've got to get it in a huge way. Take a minute to reflect on what you learned and write down your next steps. If you want step-by-step guidance in creating a new lead magnet or improving one, we've got you covered. Infinite List members get immediate access to my list building bootcamp and live coaching calls. In my next training video, I'm going to go over 7 popular ways to drive lead magnet exposure. However, if you're ready to join the #1 list building membership community in the world, the Infinite List, just click on the teal button below for more details. Otherwise, click on the next video button and let's look at 7 ways to get your lead magnet seen. I'll see you there.